All morning long, I've been saying that wages are going up sharply, a 3% gain in the third quarter over the summer. Consumer confidence is at an 18-year high. I'm mixing them together and saying that we are in for a great holiday season and maybe a blowout fourth quarter as well. But all morning long, Larry, they've been pouring cold water on me. Are you with me on this? Great holiday season coming?
I am with you on this. Absolutely. Look, these confidence measures, they're not to be trifled with. They're telling you a very positive story. I spoke to the small business people today. I mean, the NFIB numbers are huge. The 18-year high for the Consumer Sentiment Index, I think that was the conference board, that came out of the blue. Nobody expected it. That included the roiling in the stock market, and people are still confident. And here's the point. The blue-collar workers, hard hats and blue collars, are experiencing the biggest gain in employment since the mid-1980s. And furthermore, on the wage front, as you noted, overall we're moving into the 3% zone. The blue-collar segment is having the fastest increase, Stuart. Not the highest wage, but they're growing their wages. Their blue-collar wages are rising faster than white-collar. Now, I have nothing against white-collar, okay? Believe me, I'm not a class warrior. I want everybody to prosper and work and be successful, and it doesn't cause inflation or any of that nonsense. I'm just saying that this is a middle-class recovery as well as everybody else, and that's precisely what President Trump wanted.
The big jobs report, 8:30, first thing tomorrow morning. You know, I'm going to be disappointed if it's not at least 225,000 new jobs. What do you say?
Well, I'm not going to give you, I'm going to spare you a Kudlow forecast, but I will say this, just as a warning. The CEA, Council of Economic Advisors, has taken a look at the hurricanes, and we may see a 60,000 drop from the hurricanes. May. It's a suggestion, all right? This is very inexact. BEA or the Labor Department won't adjust for this. Now, there's an error factor around that 60. Could be 30, could be 90, and so forth and so on. So we have to be careful here and recognize that probably you're going to get some noise from the hurricanes.
You're setting me up for disappointment, I can tell, but there's a special case for it.
Well, that's right. No, we're being as honest as we can. Look, we'd love to see 200,000-300,000, but we're being as honest as we can.
Well, are we going to get back to that? I remember the wonderful days of Ronald Reagan, tax cuts, economic growth, and extraordinary job creation. Back then, with maybe 30 or 40 million fewer Americans, we were getting 300, 400,000 new jobs per month. That was back then. Why can't we get the same numbers now?
Well, I think, look, I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't, but remember, I was there. I was a Cub Scout in OMB for President Reagan, and we had been coming off a very deep recession in 80, 82, very deep recession. Actually, you could say 79 to 82. So, Stuart, the bounce is bigger. The bounce is bigger coming off a deep decline. We're not in that position now. Unfortunately, the prior administration's policies didn't give us a big bounce. See, the stuff you're talking about should have happened in 2010, 11, 12. It never really did. That's the mistake. Now, because of the tax cuts today and the rollback of regulations, we are seeing a resurgence in the economy. People said it couldn't be done, but in fact, we're in the 3% plus economic boom, 3.5% in the third quarter, 4.2%. I agree with your assessment. We're going to get a very strong fourth quarter. I think that's spot on. And capital expenditures, CapEx in Wall Street terms, business equipment, plants, technology, campuses, all that, you're going to see a much stronger number, I believe, because you can see the durable goods shipments and orders are showing us. So cap goods, productivity, better real wages. We're clicking on all cylinders. Confidence is high, fatter paychecks. I'm very optimistic about this story.
The president is issuing a warning. He's saying if the Democrats retake the House in the November elections, 5 days away, the stock market goes down. You comment on that?
Well, look, I have said a number of times that one of the factors worrying the stock market or rattling the stock market is the possibility of a new House of Representatives, a takeover, if you will, and that may lead to efforts to raise taxes and take away what we've done, and to continue to raise regulations and to go up against energy, for example. Now, this is uncertain. I'm not going to give you a political forecast. The Senate's going to stay in Republican hands. I strongly believe, Stuart, that President Trump would veto any tax hike. He would veto any tax hike, and he would veto any regulatory legislation that raised regs, and he would veto any legislation that stopped the great energy boom, which, by the way, is not only supplying power, it's also supplying good-paying jobs. But there is a risk in the House, and I think people should heed the president's view.
I understand that you are vehemently opposed to raising the federal minimum wage.
Yes.
Make your case.
Look, Idaho is different from New York, okay? Alabama is different from Massachusetts. How can you have a national federal wage? All right, I don't understand that. Federal government should not have jurisdiction over the states anyway in a matter like this. The conditions are different in these states, right? The cost of living is different. The state of business is different. If you're going to do it, and I'm not in favor of minimum wages, by the way, but if you're going to do it, you got to do it at the state level. You cannot do it at the federal, national level. I'm completely opposed to that. Now, Amazon, Jeff Bezos, he raised it to $15 for his private company, his private sector company. Right. That's great. That's terrific. All right? Fatter paychecks. I'm all for that. But I'm totally opposed to the federal government dictating wages like that. It just doesn't work. States are different. Cities are different. Regions are different.
Are you staying around, Larry? Are you still having fun? You want to stay in your job well after the elections, well into next year, all the way through to 2020? You a happy guy?
I'm a happy guy. This is the most fun I've ever had, if you want to know the truth. I love the issues, absolutely love the issues. I love the policies. And the president has been great to me. By the way, I got a chance to interview him yesterday at our employment conference from Ivanka Trump. I don't think that's ever been done in history, a senior staff guy interviewing the president. But it was great fun. People can get it. I think Fox actually broadcasted the thing. It's up on YouTube. Yeah. Look, the president has been accessible to me. I see him frequently. I'm involved in the policy processes. My saintly wife, Stuart, whom you've met, my saintly wife told me when this job was offered that I should take it. She said, "You've been studying 40 years for this job." And the president said to me on the phone when we were talking, he said, "This is the job you've always wanted." That is correct. I am honored to have this job, and I'm grateful for it. And I have no plans of leaving. I serve at the president's pleasure. I have no plans of leaving.
Please tell your saintly wife that I agree. She's
Thank
right.
you. Thank you.
Larry, you're all right, sir. We'll see you again soon.